Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 1988 movie called Above the Law. This will be the master martial artist, I believe, who's a 6th-degree Aikido master. This will be his first movie as an actor, of course. Before Above the Law, there were things leading up to this very film regarding Steven Seagal. What was learned was he did have a school in Japan where he taught Aikido. So he had a famous type of Aikido dojo in Japan where he taught the natives there Aikido, and it had to be a lot of different martial arts schools, and he was a Westerner, so his shop might have been famous in ways, like it might have been unique. So he gained exposure like that, and he acquired film footage during his teaching of Aikido in his own official Aikido school. Is that school still open? Wouldn't it be amazing if the school was open and it could be visited? But that is another story. Yeah, it could be like a historic museum, that's a big deal. Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to the feature. This film, Above the Law, came out in 1988, which showcased Steven Seagal and his Aikido mastery in film scenes where he dealt with various types of attacks and attackers who were oncoming. And then his signature moves seemed to always work, like he always immobilized the approachers. So this movie showcases that in terms of him facing multiple attackers and then immobilizing the situation, how he does and displays. So, and in that film, Above the Law, it was the first time we seen Aikido used in a movie. Were there any other films where Aikido was the primary martial art that was used? Or did they make films overseas or in Japan where Aikido is frequently shown used? Yeah, that would be something cool. But so let's get back to this movie. In this movie, it showed Steven Seagal initially in the army or some special ops team, I believe. I think he was recruited into the CIA by being on that team, and his good friend was in the CIA. So he found out that initially they're not doing war stuff, usual war stuff where they get intel on military operations. But he finds out the lead commander is involved in opium deals, big time like that. And he's like, wait a minute here, so he has this look on his face like, wow, I didn't sign up for this. I ain't want to get into this. This is serious. And we're the bad guys and we subscribe to this. This is crazy. So then he ends up getting into it with the guy that was interrogating somebody over some missing opium. So then Steven Seagal hits him. And then after he says he's walking away, he's like, I'm done with this, I'm done with it. So his buddy walks him out. So then in the film, he pops up as a cop, of course, a police detective in Chicago. And then, of course, the movie courses his way from that and on. I've been reciting the trailer to Above the Law in these particular ways, too. So let's get back to me giving core scene trailer stuff, scene by scene, that jumps around and comes back to and courses his way properly. All right, I'm sitting down to rewatch this trailer. I've already seen the film, so I'm sitting down to bring it to your very listening pleasures and enjoyments. Okay, the film comes on. It's describing him as a soldier, which starts off Tuscany, then it jumps ahead, then they said he has family in the mafia or something like that, and he's a cop, of course. Now we're seeing cool action stuff where he immobilized an attacker. This was in broad daylight. Now it looked like he had mowed somebody in a store. Immobilized, that is. Yeah, he immobilized, he beat up, subdued, put to the ground quick. The scene is jumping back. Now he's in a police room. I think his partner, played by Pam Grier, is there. They look like they're hearing instructions or something. Okay, more high stakes. Now, Toscani, the character who's portrayed by Steven Seagal, now is shooting at someone who appears to be the character that plays Saigon in a film. Now it's jumping back to some more coups. The car is getting sprayed up by oncoming crooks. I believe it is the crooks supposedly are the Chicago mob or something. They didn't say if they were CIA or the mob, but they were talking very like tough guy stuff. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. All right. I'm not going to, the trailer is solid, I would say. I'm not going to give anything else away. You have to go out and see this film if you have not already. I hope my explanations have indicated that it's a worthwhile thrill ride, Okay, folks.